Now coming to the production and secretion of adrenocorticotropic hormone. So basically, three regions of the body control the secretion. We've got the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the adrenal gland. Now, all of these are collectively known as the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or the HPA axis. Now, as a result of stress, which can either be physiological or physical, first up, the corticotropin releasing factor, or CRF, is released from the hypothalamus. Now, this stimulates the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland. Specifically, the corticotroph cells over here will be stimulated to release ACTH. Now, this ACTH will then enter the systemic circulation, where it will act on the adrenal cortex of the adrenal glands. Now, this will result in the production of adrenocorticosteroids. These will ultimately reduce the stress that was experienced by our body. Now, you must remember that this HPA axis, the first player was CRF. It is sometimes known as CRH, or corticotropin releasing hormone. Sometimes known as factor, sometimes known as hormone, so we'll be using it interchangeably. Now let us take a look at the mechanism of action of this CRH. Basically, it acts on the anterior pituitary corticotroph cells. The CRH is firstly recognized by the G-protein coupled receptors. Basically, there are two different G-protein coupled receptor systems in place. First up, the G-protein coupled receptor, which is in conjugation with phospholipase C, is activated. Now, PLCs are known for their role in signal transduction pathways. This system facilitates the release of inositol triphosphate signaling molecule, or IP3. This signals the receptor-gated calcium channels to open up. Now, simultaneously, the CRH binds to G-protein coupled receptors that activate the adenylate cyclase cycle. They trigger the production of cyclic adenosine monophosphate, also known as CAMP. This will ultimately signal the voltage-gated calcium channels to open up. Now, as you can see, the IP3 and the CAMP will both work together to open up the calcium gates on the corticotropic cell membranes. This will allow the calcium ions to enter these cells. Now, what else is happening is that the CAMP is acting as a secondary signaling transducer molecule. It is stimulating the process of transcription in the nucleus. Now, as a result of this transcription, the precursor of ACTH, which was POMC, is being produced in the cytoplasm of the corticotropic cells. Remember, we already talked about this POMC in the first bite. Now, these free calcium ions and this POMC that was produced here is resulting in the production of ACTH. Now, this ACTH is finally released in the blood circulation to act on its target organs, which are the cortex of the adrenal glands. So in a nutshell, we can see that CRH is responsible for the release of ACTH into the bloodstream. The ACTH will further act upon the adrenal cortex of the adrenal glands. Now let's see in the next section what happens at the adrenal glands.